Hey, I'm Dayton, and a lot of really good games have come out this year in 2023. Games like Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Sea of Stars, Final Fantasy 16, Alan Wake 2, Metroid Prime Remastered, Armored Core 6, Lies of P, and my personal game of the year, Resident Evil 4. But there are two games I really want to talk about today, and that's Spider-Man 2 and Baldur's Gate 3. I have seen a lot of controversy over Spider-Man 2 and Baldur's Gate 3 recently. A lot of people are upset that Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year instead of Spider-Man 2, and I really want to talk about that. For everyone that is watching's information, I need to tell you how much I love Spider-Man for context here. From a young age, I have surrounded myself with Spider-Man and read so many comics throughout the years. Marvel's Spider-Man 1 is probably one of my favorite games at this point, so to say the lead up to Spider-Man 2 is exciting is a massive understatement.
Smile. I just want to smile and I don't want to stop smiling. I'm having the time of my life and I haven't even, oh my god.
The first hour of Spider-Man's 2 launch felt like a fever dream in the best way possible, and I adore everything that Insomniac has done with the character of Spider-Man. But this isn't a Spider-Man 2 review here, which I still really need to work on. I have my problems with Spider-Man 2, like the characterization of some characters and especially Venom, but overall, I really do like Spider-Man 2. Now, the next thing I need to bring up so we can get to the main point here is that I didn't play a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 this year. I put about 5 hours in and everything just kept coming out and I wasn't able to devote enough time to it. That doesn't take away from the quality and near impossible tasks that Baldur's Gate 3 accomplishes though. Baldur's Gate 3 is a massive, immersive, and again, I want to keep using the word impossible game. Larian Studios accomplishes the impossible with Baldur's Gate 3. You, the player, can just have about any interaction with any character and go on an adventure of your own. Baldur's Gate 3 is the player's game. Larian Studios was working on this game for 6 years. Now, I am not comparing these two games because, well, in all honesty, you can't. Yeah, maybe you could talk about the sheer quality in itself between the two, but I don't think that is relevant to the discourse here. I think that we as players and people that enjoy games should put our massive egos to the side. Let's celebrate these two games and what we got this year instead of you being mad about how your game didn't win. Ask the question, why did Baldur's Gate 3 win, instead of asking why didn't my game win this year. I personally think Baldur's Gate 3 deserved that win, especially after everything Larian Studios has been through and all the hard work they have put in.
I didn't expect it anymore. Thank you so much. A game like Baldur's Gate 3 isn't possible if you don't have an incredible team working on it. And the team at Larian spent their hearts and souls for 6 years on this game. In sometimes very difficult circumstances. This was our COVID game. Along the way, we lost quite a few people also, so we want to dedicate this to all the people we lost, and especially to Jim, our lead cinematic artist, who passed away in the last month. I want to thank over 2,000 people, so sit back and relax. But I also want to thank everybody that supported us throughout this entire effort. Our families, our friends, our partners. You were the best, and without you, we couldn't have done it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I do oddly feel like that after this year with all the stupid layoffs in this games industry and the Game Awards not feeling like a celebration of games and the people that make these titles, but instead feeling like a marathon of trailers, which I am not mad about because we watch the Game Awards for those announcements, and that is what brings the viewers. I just feel like we as people have lost the love for games somewhat. All these problems in the discourse between Spider-Man 2 and Baldur's Gate 3 feel somewhat parallel to itself. It is supposed to be fun and celebrated, but instead we are all mad because our game didn't win. I understand how passionate the community is for these games, but maybe instead we should just bask in the fact that we got so many damn good games this year. I know I am just a college kid ranting into a microphone about how much he loves video games at the end of the day, but I guess I'm just getting at is how much I care about the industry and the people that even work on these games. I know so many others care too, and without a lot of important people, none of this would even work without them. Without all the talented people that go to work all day and put their love into these projects we play day in and day out, we wouldn't even have these games. It just seems that even though this year we got a buffet of some of the best games I've ever experienced, it feels like the most disrespectful year at the same time. I don't know what 2024 holds, but it is only a matter of time until we find out. I love video games, and I hope we as a community learn to love one another soon.